Welcome back to 3 Inquisitive Kids. In this video, we will be learning about addition and subtraction of rational numbers. So in our previous 3 lessons, we learned about adding and subtracting rational numbers. In this lesson, we're going to be doing some word problems with mixed operations that has addition and subtraction in them. Our learning goals for today is to be comfortable with operating mixed operations with addition and subtraction, and we're going to be able to convert addition to subtraction and subtraction into addition flexibly. A deep well is 3.5 meters deep, and there is a frog trying to climb out from the bottom. It decided to climb out along the wall of the well. It climbed 0.7 meters, and then slipped down by 0.1 meters. Then it climbed up 0.42 meters, and then slid down by 0.15 meters. Then the frog climbed by 1.25 meters, slid down by 0.2 meters, climbed up by 0.75 meters, then slid down by 0.1 meters. And then finally, it climbed up by 0.65 meters. So, did the frog crawl out of the well in the end? We don't have to do this problem, don't worry. But how you would do this is 0.7, because it climbed up by 0.7, and then when it slipped down, that would be a subtraction. So that would be minus 0.1. Then it climbed up by 0.42 meters, so add 0.42, and then slid down by 0.15. So we're going to subtract 0.15. And we keep adding and subtracting to see if in the end our answer is greater or equal to 3.5 meters, which is how deep the well is. You can turn a polynomial with mixed operations into a polynomial with just addition. So we're going to turn this a plus b minus c into a plus b plus a negative c. And here we have negative 20 plus positive 3 minus negative 5 minus positive 7. If we're going to convert this into just addition, it would be negative 20 plus positive 3 plus positive 5 and plus a negative 7. And this expression equals the sum of 4 numbers, which is negative 20, 3, 5, and negative 7. Now I want you to simplify this expression on your own. First, we try to get rid of the parentheses, and then we combine the negative terms and the positive terms separately. Negative 20 minus 7 equals negative 27 plus 8. So we get negative 19. Calculate this expression. We're going to turn the subtraction into addition, so it's easier for us to calculate. We turn this into negative 2 plus positive 30 plus positive 15 plus negative 27. Then we're going to combine the negative terms together and the positive terms together to get negative 29 plus 45, which equals 16. And so that is our answer. So we combine the negative terms and the positive terms separately, and then in the end, combine both sums to get the final answer. Calculate these two expressions. For the first expression, we have negative 2/5 minus 4/5. You can see that they combine the negative 3/5 and the positive 1/5. Add them together to get negative 6/5. For the second problem, we have negative 5 plus 1/2 plus 7 minus 7/3. You turn this minus negative 1/2 into addition, so it's easier to calculate. Here what they're doing is that they're going to be adding the whole numbers together and the fractions together separately. We get 2 minus 11/6, which gives us 1/6. Simplify this expression. First, we're going to get rid of the parentheses. This minus negative 6/5 is the same thing as plus 6/5. And this plus negative 8 is the same thing as just subtracting 8. Then we're going to combine the whole numbers and the fractions together separately to get negative 20 plus 1/2, which equals negative 39/2. Here's our second expression. First, we're going to get rid of the parentheses. This subtraction sign and negative sign combine to give us a positive sign, and this last term is the same thing as subtract 5.5. Here, in order to make a calculation easier, we turn this 1/4 into a 0.25. So it's all going to be decimals. And we get -3. Calculate these four expressions. For the first one, we have -1. This is not going to show the solutions, it's just going to show the answers. So for the second one, we have -5/2. The third one, we have -10. And the fourth one, we have 1/5. The Air Force conducted military exercises at the sea. An aircraft performed aerobatics. The changes in altitude after takeoff are as follows. We can see that it first went up 4.5 kilometers, then it went down 3.2 kilometers, then it went up by 1.1, then it went down by 1.4. And in mathematical terms, it would be expressed like this in the table. So then, after all these changes, what is its altitude? All you have to do is add these four terms together. You can see that we're combining the negative terms together and the positive terms together separately to get 1 kilometers. So right now, the altitude of the plane is 1 kilometers above where it took off. An automobile manufacturing factory plans to produce 20 vehicles per month in the first 6 months of the year. But the number of workers change each month. The production level from January to June is compared with the expected amount of manufactured vehicles, and the changes are as follows. An increase is positive and a decrease is negative. How many more vehicles are produced in the month with the most production than the month with the least production? So you can see that this manufacturing factory is expected to produce 20 vehicles per month. But, for example, in January, we can see that they produced 3 more than what they were expecting. And in February, they produced 2 less than what they were expecting. So how many more vehicles are produced in the month with the most production than the month with the least production? So which of these numbers here is the biggest? Well, we can see that +4 is the greatest, and which one is the least? -5. What we're going to do is we're going to subtract -5 from +4 to get 9. And this, you can see, is from June. And 4 is from April. You can see that in June, they produced 9 more vehicles than in April. Number 2, what was the actual output in the first half of the year? Is it more or less than the planned total output? How much is the difference? We know that the factory was planning to produce 20 vehicles per month. And so we're going to first add together all these changes in the first half of the year to get +1. So the total output overall is actually 1 more than originally planned. The following table shows the changes in water level of a reservoir in a week recorded by a reservoir administrator in a rainy season. The warning water level is 15 meters. The water reached the warning water level last weekend. A positive number means that the water level is higher than the previous day, and a negative number means that the water level is lower than the previous day. Which day is the highest water level this week? How many meters are there? So on what day was there the most water? We can see that from Monday to Thursday it starts building up, but then when you get to Friday, it starts going down. And just so you know, this is the change in water level. It's not actually how much water there is. The day with the highest water level this week would be Thursday, because that's the very peak point when the water starts to go up. This is all positive. But then when the water starts to go down, that's going away from the peak. It's starting to go down again. So Thursday is a peak point. And in total on Thursday, we're going to add these 4 numbers together from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to get 16.3 meters. And we're adding a 15 to it also, because the original water level was 15 meters. Using the given data, draw out a line chart to help you visualize the word problem. Here we can see we've plotted out this table on a coordinate plane. You can really visualize how the water level has changed. And this is our peak point, which is on Thursday. Many addition and subtraction of rational numbers can be graphed out as a line chart, and this is a very effective way for you to visualize the changes in the word problem. Here's our class summary. We learned that subtraction and addition are interchangeable, so you can turn subtraction into addition and addition into subtraction. And we can use the commutative and associative properties of addition to combine positive and negative terms separately to make calculating easier. And subtracting a negative number is the same thing as adding its absolute value. So this is the 3 main points we went over in this lesson, and I hope you enjoyed learning about addition and subtraction with rational numbers.